Hello, everybody, and welcome to the High Speed Racing Network, and welcome to the Velocity Racing League round 22 of the 2021 season, live from the virtual Michigan International Speedway. I'm your host, Hayes Booth, joined as always by my broadcasting partner, Jared Darling. We are currently in qualifying right now. Sean Williams is at the top of the board with a 39.66. Jared, with the high speeds of this track, the meaning that draft has at this track, and with how large it is, basically, and the amount of laps, 100 laps here tonight, what do you expect to see from tonight?
Yeah, you're going to see quite a bit of 2, 3 wide racing, especially on the restarts. Michigan obviously is a wide, super fast racetrack, way different than last week, obviously, at Road America with the road course we had there last week. And yeah, this track, hopefully we get a couple grooves in it here tonight. And doesn't get too single groove. But we had 2, 3 lanes of racing going here with these cars and the draft and the high speeds here. I mean, these cars are going to be going at least 190 miles an hour off into the corners. And we're going to put on a good show here tonight. And Michigan's always one of my favorite places to watch a race, too. I think we'll see a lot of pack racing throughout the run as well. So pretty excited for this one, Hayes, and hopefully it's a good one. And qualifying right now underway. And how about that lap by Sean Williams here
Yeah.
tonight? Lots of speed here in qualifying and, beating guys like Aaron Smith and all them for the pole so far.
Yeah, for sure. We saw Sean got his first win of the season a few weeks ago at Daytona. Pretty big win for him. So really, it's going to be interesting to see if he can hang on to this pole. Aaron Smith kind of spins it out there in the middle of 3 and 4. We currently don't have anybody out on the track at the moment, but we got about. Let's take a look here so I can check and see. Yeah, we got just under a minute left here in qualifying. So um, we'll see if Sean can hold on to that pole.
Yeah, looking at this. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that. I thought that might have been his first pole of the season. He did grab one earlier in the season, but yeah. How about Sean Williams? He does have a couple wins here. I know he's won here before in other leagues as well. So Sean really likes his place, and obviously showing it here tonight in qualifying, picking up 2 tenths from his practice time. Aaron Smith there in second, right behind him, and Sam Rice with the 39.78. Thomas Sewell and Max Newworth here rounding out your top 5 so far as we're winding down here in qualifying. Got about 19 cars right now in the server for this race tonight. So, and a couple guys usually that are here, not here tonight. But, yeah, James Miller, your point leader coming in, choosing not to take time as qualifying winds down here.
Right, and you just mentioned James Miller, the point leader. Quentin Warman has not been able to make the past few races. James Miller sure has taken advantage of that. James has gone from just a few weeks ago being second in points, almost, I believe, 100 back of Quentin, to now being in the lead by 269 points over Quentin Warman.
Yeah, he's just really run away with this thing as
Right.
qualifying is complete, and we're getting ready to grid here. But yeah, I mean, it's just really kind of turned into it's his championship to lose now with Quentin not being here lately, and Sean Williams trying to, hey, he can maybe make a late season run here with being third in points coming in here tonight, and with the pole that'll help here at the start of this race, having that track position being up front.
Yeah, for sure. So let's take a look at the starting grid heading into tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Sean Williams takes the pole with a 39.659. Aaron Smith qualifies that car to his outside in second. Sam Rice qualifies in third. To his outside will be Thomas Sewell and Max Newworth, I believe, making his first start in the league tonight, rounding out the top 5. Scott Shire will start in sixth. Michael Keithley qualifies in seventh. Howie Briss, a guy who's been trying to make his way up through the points lately, qualifies in eighth. Tony Hilbrand's ninth, and James Colavolli will round out the top 10.
The final 2 guys to make qualifying time here tonight, Garrett Hall, the number 26, starts 11th. Broderick Whitman on his outside there in row 6. Tom Mercier, first guy not to take time. He's one you're going to want to watch tonight, coming from 13th back there. Nicholas Caressel, 14th. James Miller, your point leader, like we mentioned, back there in the 15th spot tonight. Jeffrey Fisher there, 16th. Michael Ashmore, 17th. Howie DeTrey. And Keith Lay round out your 19-car field here at Michigan.
Alrighty, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, for the starting grid. Now we were just waiting on these guys to pull off a pit road, and we will start this 100 lap journey around Michigan I tell you what, this is definitely I've driven here before, or we both have. Driven races here before in the ARCA cars. I don't know about you, Jared, but these cars to me are pretty fun here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. This car I really don't have a lot of experience with, to be honest. But Michigan, anything I've ever drove here is usually really fun, and like I said, it's really racy, and you can make moves and stuff in the corners. So hopefully that works out here with these guys tonight. But yeah, Michigan always a fun place, good place to watch a race, and I think we're in for a good treat tonight. So cars rolling off pit road here, and Aaron Smith and Sean Williams, your pole sitter, will leading them down here for race. Yeah, you said it earlier. Race number 22 on the season, getting down past the halfway point now, and yeah, getting down to it. To just a few more races to go.
Yeah, for sure. Season ends, I believe, in November. Same season length as the real life NASCAR Cup Series. So still got a little bit of time to go in the season, but definitely should be a fun battle to watch. And honestly, this is going to make things interesting once Quentin Warman comes back. It's going to be interesting to see if he's able to close back in on James Miller. But James definitely taking full advantage, like we said, of this opportunity to pull away from Quentin.
All right, they're working their way through turns 3 and 4 here to get the green flag. 100 laps is the distance tonight. 4 sets of tires for these boys here tonight. So get ready to go racing here at Michigan Hayes, and we'll let you have it here.
All right, here we go. Coming down to the green flag here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 100 laps from the high-speed Michigan International Speedway. Green flag waves. Round number 22 of the 2021 season is underway.
As they go into turn 1, it didn't take long to get 3 wide. Tony Hillbrand's up the middle behind these leaders, going through 1 and 2. Up the middle, gained about 3 spots, I think. He's not messing around on this start. He's going for 4th now to the inside.
Yeah, he is as they head down the back straightaway. Sam Rice there in 3rd. Aaron Smith taking a peek to the outside of Sean Williams, trying to build up a run to see if he can't get this first lap led. Gets a little bit loose there on the outside. That's going to allow Sam the opportunity to get to the inside. They'll be side by side, but Sean Williams going to come around and take lap 1.
Yeah, and you see Sean going down the block. Sam Sean on the inside, but the draft doesn't seem to be too crazy here. Sam didn't really suck up to Sean there. Aaron on the outside, gonna let Sam go there. Really got to the throttle early there, letting Sam maybe burn off that right front here early on, as Sam wants to go for that lead, and he is almost there off 2. Sean leads down the back.
Here comes Tony Hillbrand's already made up made up 5 spots, started 9th. Now he's working on Aaron Smith, gets a good run there through 3 and 4. Looked like he got a little bit loose there coming off of the corner. But so far doing a good job working his way up through the pack. Actually, James Miller as well started 15th and has already made his way up to 9th, now trying to work on Howie Briss and Thomas Sewell.
Yeah, side-by-side battle back there for that 7th position. James is watching it as Howie takes that spot, but he gets down to the inside, but they get that run up on the high side. Oh, and up front, Sam Rice going for the lead here on Sean Williams, side-by-side.
Sam Rice is a guy that we've seen struggle throughout the course of this season. He's put up some good performances, just haven't been able to really seal the deal, but so far showing good pace as he has taken the race lead. He will come around to lead lap number 3. Tony Hillbrand's moving up to 2nd now.
Yeah, how about this start by Tony Hillbrand's here tonight? Started in 9th, and we're only on lap 4, up to 2nd. But like I said, you got to think, is he killing them tires going through the field here like this? But look at this line he's running. He's running right on that first seam down there. That's the line you really want to run to be really fast here at Michigan, especially down here in 3 and 4 always. I mean, like I said, I don't really know much about this car. So I don't know if the top or the middle will work here, but I know 3 and 4 you want to be right down. You're going to see Tony go down there and clip that seam right there. Sam doing a good job there trying to do the same thing. And, Tony gets a little squirrely there right behind him, trying to get, being in his air there.
Yeah, but he definitely getting a good run here down the front straightaway. In fact, it might, not quite. I was going to say it might be enough to try to get to the inside of him. Oh, he's going to take a look here, arc it down through the corner. Sam slides up just a little bit, and here he comes to the inside. They got Michael Keithley started 7th. Where are these
Wow.
guys coming from here after starting, around mid pack?
If Keithley wouldn't have got loose there coming off the corner, he might have been able to make it 3 wide and go for the lead there, but got a little sideways there. He moves into second. Sam leads a couple laps, falls back to 4th here now. And Tony Hilbrand's from 9th to 1st. What a start here for the 92 machine.
Yeah, and Keithley from 7th to 2nd. I mean,
Yes.
these guys are just driving up through the pack. But like you said, you got to wonder if they're killing the tires by doing this, by driving this hard and get up there this early. We're just going to have to see how this affects them later in the run. Aaron Smith side by side with Sam Rice trying to get back to the 4th position. And a little further back, James Miller has made his way up into 6th now. Now trying to see if he can work on Sam Rice, taking a peek to the outside. He's right behind Aaron Smith. Oh, it looked like he was going to try to make it 3 wide there for a second, but he's getting a good run around Sam Rice.
I tell you what, not a surprise here, though, with James Miller moved to the field, but he is going to be someone I think all these boys are going to have to keep an eye on here. He is flying through this field, 15th up to 5th already here, getting ready to work on this battle with Aaron and Sean Williams. Sean Williams, our pulser, kind of falling back a little bit here as he lets Aaron Smith go to the inside, and we have a lead change, Hayes.
Michael Keithley taking the race lead here. He's actually not quite yet. Tony Hilbrand's still trying to fight there on the outside lane, but Keithley gets side by side with him. We're going to see if he can seal the deal here in 3 and 4. Yes, he does. Michael Keithley going to the lead here at Michigan.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it seems like this. Yeah, first seam line is where you want to be. Oh, and Keithley gets a little bit loose. Tony, a really dramatic turn to the inside there. Maybe he scrubbed too much speed off, but he has a little bit of run to the inside. Still side by side for the lead. Tony Hilbrand's trying to get it back here.
Yep, going back down to the inside. Oh, we'll see if he can get him.
Oh, that's going to be tight right there. Keithley gets the good run off the corner down the backstretch. See Tony trying to maybe side draft a little bit here down this long backstretch. Tony back to the inside. Really throws it into 3 there. And I think he's going to be able to clear him. Not quite.
Oh, it slides up just a little bit, but doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, they're not able to stay in the gas now wide open as the tires slowly start to wear out. 9 laps in now to this run. You can't just mash the gas and be wide open now. These things are going to get a little bit sideways, it looks like, off these corners. And look at James Miller.
And
he's actually on the way high side.
Using the top lane. Oh! Tags the wall just a little bit. Trying to be Kyle Larson back here and running that top lane. Didn't seem to work too badly for him, minus the fact that he clipped the wall a little bit, but he's getting a good run on these guys once again.
Yeah, this 60 car is one to watch now. He is flying around. He looks good. He looks good through the middle of the corner, gaining all these guys. And I think he's going to be trying to battle for the lead here very quickly as he moves into 3rd. Howie Briss up to 5th now. Another guy we haven't really mentioned here just a little bit, working his way forward.
Yeah, Howie's started 8th, made his way up to 5th now. Now trying to work on Aaron Smith, getting around the outside to see if he can clear him.
And for the lead, once again, Tony Hilbrand's trying to get that lead. He can't quite clear Keithley. He gets to the inside. Let's see if he can get him in 3. Really, wow, he sends him in there.
Yeah, he did.
Now let's see if Keithley does the crossover.
Oh, doesn't quite make it work. Keithley's pulling the crossover side by side once again here. Down the front straightaway, Keithley is going to lead that lap.
Great racing for the lead here early on.
Keithley's going to
Keithley has a terrible entry into that corner. He's going to really suffer here, center off, as Tony Hilbrand cuts back to the inside. What a battle for the lead here we got early on here at Michigan.
No kidding. Now James Miller's going to have a run on Michael Keithley, and he's going to take a low, not quite to the inside.
Now you see everybody there in that corner kind of missed that first seam running way up the racetrack. Aaron Smith right behind these guys gained a lot of time there on them running in that 5th position. Sean Williams 6th, Sam Rice, Nicholas Caruslo rounding out 8th there. And then James Colabelli and Thomas Sewell, your top 10 here early on at Michigan.
Let's take a look here. Jeffrey Fisher started 16th and is battling for 11th right now.
Wow.
Woo.
What a move by that was Max Newworth went to the outside of both of them and
Yeah.
just took both their spots. They thought they were racing each other. Like, where did this car come from? And he just goes right by them both on the outside.
Nicholas Caressel up here started 14th. Has made his way up into the 8th position. Now right in this lead pack. Has actually started to pull away just a little bit. And Tony Hilbrands is actually starting to pull away with the lead a little bit as Michael Keithley and James Miller are side by side. James throws it down to the inside. Oh, man. Keithley had to check up there. Almost got into the back of him.
Really stacked up this entire field. Now look at the run that Aaron Smith's got on the outside, going to the outside of Howie Briss and Michael Keithley down the backstretch.
Keithley tried to take another peek to the inside. And he may have a run here coming off the corner, but Aaron Smith is now coming on the outside.
Yeah, these guys continue to battle like this. Tony Hilbrand's is just loving this. He's just pulling away. Got about a half a second lead now or more as, wow, James Miller pushes Aaron Smith up the racetrack there.
Oh, Keithley. Yeah, you can tell those tires are definitely starting to wear on Michael Keithley's number 53 machine.
Yeah, for sure. Howie Briss now going to go by on the outside there. Let's see if he can get in line here. And Keithley cool them tires off a little bit. Make another run later on.
Aaron Smith trying to get a run there around the outside of Tony Hilbrands. Might actually make it work. Yep, he side drafts his corner panel. And here he comes to the outside. He might be able to get a run through the middle of this corner. Nope. Oh, I said Tony Hilbrands, I think. I meant James Miller. James slides up. Aaron going to try to pull the crossover now.
Yeah, Aaron Smith now gets a great run down the backstretch from the inside. I think, James Miller kind of threw it in there, lost a little bit of momentum there. And now, Aaron Smith's going to slide right up in front of him here. Really close right there, all over the back of Aaron Smith is James Miller. And they continue to do side by side once again.
Man, good racing we are seeing here so far in these first 15 laps. Tell you what, Tony Hilbrands is liking it too. He's pulled a 1.2 second lead so far because of their battling out to 1.3. But Aaron Smith gets a good run. Oh, and he hits the wall.
Hard in the wall.
Oh, James Miller loose off the corner as well. That's going to be a lot of ground loss for Aaron Smith.
And a lot of damage as well. That was a pretty hard hit to that outside wall there. Tough break for Aaron Smith, just pushing it there, and that car just got really tight on him and just kept pushing up the racetrack.
Well, we'll see if the damage on that car affects his speed significantly or not. But now James Miller back up into the second position. Sean Williams in third. Now 3 wide for fourth. Michael Keithley, Nicholas Caressel, and Sam Rice.
And look at this battle for second place, all going behind our leader, Tony Hilbrands. Sean Williams now trying to come back, started on pole, fell back a little bit. Now he's trying to go for that second spot on James Miller here. And I am very impressed with the pace of Tony Hilbrands. I thought maybe he was hurting the tires, going from 9th to 1st as quick as he did, but he's just pulling away.
Yeah, like you said, now just over 2 seconds is the gap. James Miller back to the outside of Sean Williams with Nicholas Caressel right behind him. Caressel started 14th, has made his way up to 4th.
Yeah.
Now James Miller around the outside, running that top lane like Kyle Larson.
Oh, I think he's way too high there, though.
Oh, man.
He almost got in the wall there off, too. That's going to open the door for Nicholas Caressel. And, yeah, how about Nicholas Caressel? Started, he was back in 14th as well. He's really working his way forward. Really good on the long run. And as I say that, he gets really sideways there, battling for that third spot. Now where does Howie Briss go?
Looks like Howie's going to go with James Miller here on the outside. He's going to run behind him here through 1 and 2. Actually, James looked like they had to check up just a little bit.
Oh, man, this is tight right here. 3 wide.
The middle.
Nope.
Oh, almost did it.
And look who's starting to creep into this battle right behind them, behind all these guys. Tom Mercier. Talked about him at the top of the show. I thought he was going to be one to watch. He's working his way forward now on this long run now.
Yep, started 13th in that beautiful looking Ben and Jerry's
Yes,
machine.
what a nice scheme there, yeah.
Started 13th, made his way up into the 9th position, and they're 3 wide right ahead of him.
Man, I mean, there's been some great battles so far early on in this race. And Sean Williams actually, cleared all these guys and pulled away. And he actually is quicker that last lap than Tony Hilbrand. So Sean Williams, well, now that lap he wasn't, but the lap before that, though, he ran down Tony, quite a bit there.
Yeah, he did. About 2 seconds right now. 2.1 is the gap between Tony Hilbrand and Sean Williams. But Sean has pulled away from that pack. Oh, a little bit of contact back there between Howie Briss and James Miller.
Yeah, they definitely door just a little bit coming off 2 there. But Aaron Smith made that hard contact we saw a couple laps ago, and he's still able to maintain, quite well here. I'm a little surprised by that, but so maybe his car is not as hurt as I had imagined there. So.
Yeah, now Aaron Smith, both Michael Keithley
Wow.
and Nicholas Caressel slid off the track there. That allowed Aaron Smith to get to the inside and get up into the 6th position. Now he's going to try to see if he can't work on Sam Rice, who Sam actually trying to make a move as well to the inside of James Miller for 4th.
Yeah, and talk about the fall off here. These guys qualified in, what about 39 sixes was the pole, and that last lap Sean Williams ran a 41.9. So I mean, we have fallen off almost 2.5 seconds already in this race. Crazy amount of fall off here. Nicholas
Caressel sideways, and he saves it. Good save by Nicholas Caressel.
Excellent save there.
Let's take a look at that on the replay, actually. See if we take a look at
save
this.
There.
It just looks like, I'm assuming he just kind of got loose. Car stepped out on him a little bit. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it looked like the car just stepped out on him in the lane that he was in, portion of the corner that they're in. Car just back end just steps out, and he's able to quickly keep it under control. Good save.
Yep, Tom Mercier continuing to work his way forward now. Gets past Aaron Smith. Move Tom to 6th now. He's working his way forward.
Yep,
really, everybody up here kind of has calmed down a little bit finally. They were racing so hard for so many laps. Kind of calmed down a little bit up front.
Yeah, I think it was about time that they would start to calm down just a little bit.
First battle on the racetrack right now for that 5th spot. Now Tom Mercier looking underneath James Miller. Miller gets the good run off the corner there, but looks like Tom's got the better car right now. Just working by Aaron, trying to get by James here as well. To move up into the top 5, coming from 13th for him.
Yep, Tom doing a good job moving up so far. And let's take a look at the gap now as that battle continues. 2.6 seconds now is the gap between Tony Hilbrand and Sean Williams.
Yeah, early on right now, Tony definitely's got something figured out for sure. Lots of speed.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's actually able to maintain that gap fairly well, I'd say. Still a battle here as actually Howie Briss and Sam Rice starting to close in here on Sean Williams. looking to see if they can get up into that second position.
Yeah, pretty impressed with the pace of Sam here. On this long run as the tires are wearing. Moving forward, going past Howie Briss. Now, Howie Briss, obviously, one of the better drivers over here in this league, has won multiple races this year, and passing him, that's a good thing. So move Sam up to third there. Makes a nice pass on him too, nice and clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Rice, like I say, showing a good run so far. James Miller, Tom Mercier, and Aaron Smith trying to catch up to these guys to contend for that second position, as they are currently running 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Now, one guy I want to mention who we saw up front leading a couple laps early has really fallen back now. Michael Keithley back to 10th, continuing to kind of fall backwards as the run goes on.
Yeah, like we saw, his tires just really started to wear on that car, just didn't quite conserve very well. And he's having to pay the price for it here on the long run. Jeffrey Fisher up there in the 12th position. And Nicholas Caressel at the tail end of this pack, running in 8th.
And they still continue to battle for that 5th spot. Tom maybe finally is going to get the run here to get by James Miller. And I believe with the push and help from Aaron Smith, he should be able to get him here in 1 and 2. Should be able to carry the momentum from that second, third lane. Way up the racetrack goes Tom, actually. Wow.
Oh, yeah, Tom.
There it
Going
is.
off the track
Gets
there.
it. Oh, look at Caressel trying to make it 3 wide to the inside down the back here.
He's giving it a shot. We'll see if he can make it work. And he slides up in front of James Miller. James, oh, man, having to check up there.
Yeah, James really had it. And he's coming to pit road.
Oh, yeah, James Miller heading into the pits.
And now this is going to make everybody, what do you do here? All these guys, he's going to come out here and be, we've seen the time fall off. He's going to be 2.5 seconds a lap quicker than, everybody out there. So how long do you stay out when you know he's gaining all that time?
Well,
as we're
really,
30 laps in.
I think the way I would see it here, if I'm, say, one of the guys, like one of the leaders or something like that, I would try to stay out for as long as I can. That's the way I see it, at least, because, yeah, that would, either I would stay out as long as I can, or I would try to pit. I would most likely pit immediately after James. That way, if you pit early, he likely won't have time to get all that ground back and pass you with the gap that you had on him before. And then if you stay out for a lot longer, therefore his tires will be not completely worn out, but there will be some significant wear on his tires most likely. So by the time you pit and he passes you, your tires will then be fresher for the long run.
Yeah, for sure. And you're gonna see right here. I mean, he's got the tires. Here's second, third, and fourth in this race. He's gonna blow by them and clear them most likely here in this corner right here. I mean, he's just gonna go low. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, that's unbelievable. The amount of difference there from fresh to old tires. That's what it is right there.
That is the difference that fresh tires will make, folks. Let's take a look here again back at the leader, Tony Hilbrand's. Kept his gap really the same between himself and Sean Williams, 2.5 to 2.6 seconds.
We got Aaron Smith on the apron right now in 3 and 4, going really slow. Looked like he got into the wall a little bit coming off too, went down to the apron, but then he just kind of went slower on the track. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Now there goes James Miller getting by Tony Hilbrand's and to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
There goes Aaron Smith into pit road.
And that battle for second really heating up now. Sean Williams, Sam Rice, Howie Briss. Sam's going to slide right up in front of Howie there.
Yep, into the third position, right behind Sean Williams here. 2.4 seconds now is the gap as Max Newirth is on pit road.
And it looks like, yeah, Jeffrey Fisher going by these guys. He's already pit 4 tires as well as he's going by these guys. Like, again, they're standing still. And Aaron Smith, yeah, taking his car behind the wall. So getting to the wall a couple times here, and he's decided to call it quits.
There goes Tom Mercier into the pits as well.
Yeah, definitely doing, splitting it right even, 35-70 to pit here. Well, not quite even, but close enough. 35-70, and then go 30 to the end there is what he's trying to do here. 2 pit stops for Tom Mercier there.
I think you're right. So we'll see if that strategy works out for him here, assuming we stay green from here to the finish. And take a look here. Nicholas Caressa, Tony Hilbrand's still staying out. Built his lead actually back up to about 2.6 seconds.
Yep, now it's just a matter of waiting to see what everybody else does for pitting, as that lead is still about 2.5 seconds. And I believe Tony Hilbrand's might be coming to pit road. Yes, the leader coming to pit road here. So I will hand the lead over to Sean Williams as Tony makes his first pit stop of the day.
Yep, Tony made it a little bit further than what some other guys did. Some other guys probably just tried short pitting, but here comes Michael Keithley into the pits as well. Broderick Whitman exiting. And Sean Williams takes the race lead. Tom Mercier coming by to unlap himself. So we'll see when Sean heads to pit road now.
Ooh. I am hearing, and now I'm seeing it. Tony Hilbrand's was caught speeding on pit road.
Honestly, I was wondering if he was speeding.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And from what I know, it's about a 40-second hold. So
Yep.
if this thing stays green, his race is over if he doesn't get a caution flag. Tony Hilbrand sitting on pit road, speeding, and he had such a big lead too.
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
did.
why are you pushing it that hard? But that probably is going to cost him the race here if we don't get a yellow flag for sure. So Tony Hilbrand's mistake had this race in hand, it looked like.
And major implications for Tony Hilbrand. There he goes. He's going to exit pit road, but he's going to be at least one lap down now.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Sean comes to pit road. Yep, Sean Williams heading to pit road.
This is going to make this race wide open because these guys can't figure out who wants to run second on that first run. So, I mean, we're setting in to see a really good battle for the lead here, possibly, with that mistake by Tony Hilbrand's.
Yeah,
Right now,
you might
Sean
be
Williams
right.
went to pit road, so giving the lead to Sam.
And really, based on what this race is showing, and we saw earlier, Aaron Smith is out now. So this race, from what we're seeing so far, this race really could provide the opportunity for some guys that we haven't really seen run up there much this season. This could provide a race-winning opportunity for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and I would say that first run, I definitely would say James Miller did not have the pace. Obviously, we have, a lot of laps to go. Things can change, and you can figure it out. But we did not see the winning pace from James Miller here tonight at all. So we're seeing guys, like Sam Rice being up there. Sean Williams did pick up a win earlier this season, but, that was at Daytona, I believe. So as they battle, this is actually for the lead here. Howie Briss taking the lead from Sam Rice down the back.
There goes this time by. They're just 10 laps away from halfway. You got to be wondering how far these two can go on fuel.
I think Sam's coming in right
there
now.
goes Sam. Howie Briss staying out to complete lap 40.
Looks like Sam definitely got down to the right speed coming into pit road, gets into his box. Oh, he had to back up just slightly.
So we'll see who cycles out to the lead after these pit stops, and I think Howie Briss is going to head in now. Yes, he is. And we'll see where Sam exits. There he goes off of pit road.
Yeah, we saw, I believe it was James Miller who pit way earlier than everybody else, so he probably is going to have the lead here for a little bit, but it's not going to be for long if it stays green. He's already probably worn out a lot of the, time on the tires and everything. These guys getting these fresh ones are going to run them back down pretty quickly. So, but James Miller, I think, will cycle out to the leader once this is all said and done.
Yeah, it definitely will be on older tires. Scott Shire staying out a little bit longer. I think he's going to head in this time, though. No, he's actually going to stay out another lap. Get a couple of laps led under his belt.
Yeah, we saw Sam Rice and Howie Briss battling for lead before pit stops, and it looks like they're going to come out pretty close to each other. Howie Briss coming off pit road right now. Sam up to speed on the racetrack right behind him. I think Howie actually will kind of have a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, but it looks like Sam is going to be right there with him.
Yeah, Scott Shire still continuing to lead, now leading here, staying out still. And, coming to lap 44, still hasn't pit. Could he make it 6 more laps?
Yeah, that might be what he's trying to do, potentially cut this race in half and only make it on one stop. Don't know if he can accomplish that, but if he can, that might not be that might be a good strategy.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely pay attention and watch here as he continues to lead this race. Howie Detroit also in the number 34 is being scored in second right now. He hasn't made a pit stop yet in this race, so we'll see how far he can make it. Yep, Scott stays out one more lap.
He's trying to cut this race in half, you can tell.
Yep. And yeah, we mentioned already, what a tough break though for Tony Hilbrands. Now he is being scored way back in the 16th position. Probably had the race, the dominant car, the fastest car here. And yeah, he's obviously one lap down now. Actually going to pass James Miller to get back on the lead lap, but he will still be, way, way, way behind everybody.
And really unfortunate, especially for Tony Hilbrands, defending champion of the league. A guy who has put up good runs, is up there in the points, but just hasn't been able to seal the deal yet and get that win. Really showed promise today, and unless we get, a caution or two, just doesn't look like it's going to happen today if we go green to the end. Scott Shire
5 laps.
Staying out.
And 5 laps from halfway. And if this works out and we stay green the whole time, we could be talking about Scott maybe stealing a win here tonight. But we got to see if he can make it 50 laps. Again, with these ARCA cars, I'm just not too familiar with how far they can go and everything.
He's still staying out. I'll tell you what, no matter when he pits, you're going to have to give him an A for effort.
Absolutely.
He is cutting it close.
And he's got right now a 20-second lead. So if this works out, stays green, he definitely, if he has the fuel, it can work out for Scott here for sure.
Not to mention he will be on the freshest tires.
Yeah.
So that could definitely benefit him as well through this next run. 53 laps to go this time by. I can see him. Think he's gonna head in this time. Yeah, I just couldn't quite make it much longer. He's got to give him a good effort. He was 3 laps away from it.
That would have been something if he could have made that.
Right.
But so now with him coming down pit road, making his first stop of the day, this is going to hand the lead over to James Miller, who was really, I think, the first guy to come down pit road under the green flag, and obviously it showed all that time he gained. He's leading, getting a couple laps led here now.
Yep, James Miller, your new leader here at Michigan. Nicholas Caressel there, about a second and a half back in second. Sean Williams there, about 2 seconds back in third. But I tell you what, Sean is gaining quickly.
Yeah, for sure. And then Caressel's, yeah, gaining on James, but Sean's gaining on both of them. So, and then you got Tom now running in fifth. It will be fourth once they cycle around to pass Scott here.
Oh, they're already in their respective positions. Tom already in fourth. Jeffrey Fisher actually coming up and is in the top 5 now.
Yeah. Nice run.
So we'll see if Tom has anything for these guys. Sean Williams and Nicholas Caressel both quickly closing in on that number 60 machine.
Yeah, right now, this really, all these pit stops, everybody pitting different times, different, strategies going on here. This really has spread out the field, really. I mean, Howie Briss, Sam Rice, we saw in Beverly, they're over, 8, 12 seconds back now from the leader, as James Miller might not be able to hang on much longer as Caressel has closed the gap. He is there, just a couple car lengths back.
Yep, we'll see if he's able to get it done right here. He's going to have a good run here off of turn 2. Sliding that thing a little bit coming off of turn 4. And he's going to get it done. To the lead goes Nicholas Caressel.
There you go.
Now Sean Williams to the inside of James Miller looking for the second position. Nicholas Caressel leads at halfway.
That's the thing about this racetrack. 100 laps really doesn't take that long for being a 200-mile race. Just the high speeds and obviously a lot of green flag racing. We're just kind of zipping through this race here as Sean Williams makes that pass for second now. Let's see if he can run down Caressel. The next guy to catch James Miller is Tom Mercier running in fourth, about 3 seconds back.
I actually talked to Tom before the race started, and he kind of mentioned he doesn't want to be interviewed. He's not, the type of guy that likes to be interviewed, but gotta wonder if he finishes in the top 3. And you gotta wonder, is he gonna get up here?
Oh, he's gonna talk to us. I don't care. We're gonna get him in here.
Whether he
it's
likes
part of
it or
everybody's
not.
contract.
Yeah, whether he likes it or not, he's gotta talk to us.
Yeah, Jeffrey Fisher still continuing to run in the top 5.
Yeah, good run from him. We saw him before pit stops. He was outside the top 10. And now he's running inside the top 5. So good run so far for Jeffrey Fisher.
Yep. Coming up quick, though, behind him is Howie Briss, for sure. Howie really putting down some good lap times right now. Fastest car on the racetrack, pitting so much later than everybody. And he has put a huge gap on Sam. I'm not sure if Sam got in the wall or he's just really just kind of off or saving his stuff, but he has really pulled pretty far behind Howie.
Yeah, he really has. I'm not sure what happened to him. But, yeah, Howie coming up to Jeffrey Fisher looking to get back inside the top 5.
Yep.
He gets a good run through 3 and 4.
Yeah, and again, with him being the last car to pit here tonight on this run, he is definitely just going to continue to, like that's right there at lap, about 2/10 quicker than Caressel there. But still, he's probably going to be faster every lap, and it just really comes down to when you decide to make that last pit stop. And I feel like short pitting really doesn't work most of the time. I feel like the later you wait to pit, the better. And that's what Howie Briss did here, and I think this might be the right strategy here.
He might be right. Now Sean Williams here trying to get there. Oh, it's pinned by a lap car there a little bit. but trying to close on Nicholas Caressel to get that lead. It's a good run down the front straightaway. He's going to see what he can do here in 1 and 2. Caressel drifts up the track just a little bit. That's going to open the door for Sean.
Oh, he's getting sideways just a little bit there as he slides up.
Sean gets right there. He's going to try to get his draft here down the backstretch. Make a move to get to the inside, potentially here in 3 and 4. Both drivers running the low lanes.
Good to see Nicholas Kressel up here leading this race. I always race a lot with him, during the week and stuff every week, and it's good. It's good to see him up here battling for the lead here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sean Williams, obviously one of the favorites as well. Always fun to talk to. One of the fan favorites as well. Couple of good guys battling for the lead here tonight right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's take a look here at Tom Mercier, who is. Take a look. About 2.3 seconds back of James Miller. Sean's still trying to get Caressel's draft here.
Yeah, you saw him kind of moving and swerving, just trying to break the draft a little bit. But the draft really, like I said, doesn't really seem to be too effective. Maybe just a little bit, but it's not pretty crazy as you would see in the Cup car or something like that. So. We see Sean coming, getting a run from the top, though. Oh, he gets in the wall there down the straightaway. Sean wanted to make some contact with that wall.
Yeah, he did a little bit. He wants this lead back. Caressel's drifting up again. Sean trying to get a run here down the straightaway. 43 laps remaining.
And James Miller continuing to lose time. It's just a two-man battle for the lead here right now. And oh man, like you see Kressel slide. Look at Sean cut down the racetrack. See if he can get a run here. It's not quite.
Sean's going to try again. Tries pushing that thing coming off. And again, getting the draft down the straightaway.
Sean just being kind of patient too a little bit. Oh man, he really made Kressel miss the entry to the corner. Here's his chance.
He's going to get a good run down to the inside. Kressel will have a run off the corner side by side for the lead now. I think Sean might be able to get him right here.
That was a nice pass. So let's see if he can actually complete it here. Kressel going to try to cut back down low. It won't happen. And Sean did a great job there. He got all over the back of Kressel and kind of made Kressel overdrive that corner. Well, not kind of. He really did. And it worked. Sean makes the pass here and now is your new leader. 40 laps to go in this race.
So now the question is, can Sean hang on to it here? Oh,
and we say that.
Oh, Kressel sideways, but making it work. Side by side again, this time swapped.
Now we'll see what kind of... Kressel really doesn't throw it in there that deep. Sean Williams probably going to be able to keep that momentum from the outside. Yes, he will. Gets a great run up there in 3 and 4. And kind of gets a good run to pull away just slightly down the front stretch here now.
Let's take a look here. A little further back now. What's the gap now? Yeah, the gap now down to just about a second between James Miller and Tom Mercier. You can see James is ahead of these 3 lap cars. Tom is behind him. We'll see how quickly Tom can get by these guys. 61 just pulls down and gets on by.
Yep. Meanwhile, up front, they're still battling really hard for the lead. Russell on the outside, trying to get by Sean Williams here. Got a run down the back.
And we'll see if he can get by him this time. Sean Williams going to try again, though, here on the inside to see if he can get back by him. He's not going to be able to do it. In fact, I think Russell's going to clear him. Yes, he does.
Yeah, wow. Nice run on the outside there. These guys, they can't decide who wants to lead this thing. So move Carresso back to the lead here. Back for third. James Miller falling in the clutches of Tom Mercier now for that third spot.
Yep, now Tom gets on by the lap cars. Now it's just him and James Miller.
Now it looks like he's going to have the run here. Tom Mercier's got a run on James for third. He's going to pull to the inside here. Side by side for third going into one.
All right, we'll see if we can get by him. James Miller's going to fight there on the outside.
Yeah, able to actually keep the momentum up there on that outside. Going to clear Tom. Tom, not
Oh.
this time. Oh, man, really slow car by the leaders. And actually, Carressel's coming down pit road. And Sean Williams, both the leaders.
Wow. Trying this
Oh, and
strategy
Carresso
here.
looked really
Oh,
fast
man.
there. He might have a speeding penalty. We're going to have to watch and check that.
No.
He was definitely fast there on entry.
I have to check that. I tell you what, though, both leaders trying some strategy. We are in the fuel window now. We'll see if Carresso got a penalty.
Yep, I believe he did. He's still sitting there after the
man.
tires are on. I was going to say, it looked like he
Oh.
was definitely going fast. What a tough break for Carresso,
Yep.
just like we saw Tony Hill. How about that? Both green flag pit stops, the leader gets
Yeah,
a speeding penalty.
that is
I don't think you
true.
want to be leading this race.
I don't think you do either. Tom, I'd watch out if I were you.
What a tough break for there for
Man.
Carresso.
Really unfortunate. Both drivers showing
Yes.
a race-winning pace. And just
And
penalties biting
Carresso,
both
I
of them.
think, is a guy who I'm pretty sure, yeah, he has not won a race this year,
Yeah.
so that would have been huge for him. But again, it's not over. We could get a yellow flag, and he can get back in this thing. But obviously, really behind now with that mistake.
And really unfortunate for Nicholas Carresso. You gotta bet he is not happy with himself about that one. But I tell you, one guy that might be happy about that is Sean Williams. That gets him, essentially a free pass here to potentially take the lead back and try to drive away. Tom Mercier still staying out with Howie Briss second, James Miller third, Sam Rice in fourth, and Jeffrey Fisher rounding out the top five.
Yeah, talking about this lead now with Tom staying out, but Howie Briss in second has run down Tom. Howie's been pretty fast with pitting the latest of anybody on that first pit stop. Let's see if he can get the run here on Tom to take the lead.
Tom looking like he might pit. Oh, not quite this time. He's going to stay out once again here. It's going to be 33 laps to go this time.
And I think he's going to have the run to the outside to keep that momentum up on the top. And 1 and 2, we've seen it on the older tires work. And I think you're going to see Howie Briss just easily take that spot. Yeah, Tom has to really get out of the gas, being down low. Howie Briss, your new leader.
Yep. All right, Briss, number 97 machine, taking the lead back. Let's see, Sean Williams making his way back up to third. Or not third, sorry, ninth. And there goes Tony Hilbrand's into the pits, currently in the 10th position. Garrett Hall in the pits
Hopefully,
as well.
hopefully he didn't speed again.
Now here comes third place, James Miller heading in.
Yeah, and very interesting there by James Miller. We saw him pit really early on that first run. Didn't really lose that much time, and now he's pitting here with when a lot of these leaders are going to be pitting. He could have a shot here still, especially going a lot longer this run on the tires.
I think you're right. All right, let's see when Howie Briss heads to pit road.
I think we're
Looks
seeing
like
Tom coming
Mercier
in
is
here.
going to head in. It's
Kind
Tom Mercier
of
heading.
slow, really, through 3 and 4 there. Let's see if he can get down to, looks like about
Oh.
50 miles an hour.
I think he's all right.
55.
So 31 laps to go. Tom Mercier heading in. Same goes for Sam Rice.
Yeah, still wondering how he lost so much time because he was right there with Howie, and he just lost about 4 to 5 seconds, really, on that run there. So, not really sure what happened to him.
And I think Howie Briss, oh, I thought he was going to head in that time.
And getting down to it now for sure. Howie Briss continuing to stay out. Tom Mercier in second, but he just came down pit road as we saw. Sam Rice as well. So really, Howie Briss is the only guy left to come down pit road, I believe.
Yep.
And I think we're going to see Howie Briss come in this time by, actually.
And yep, here he comes, heading in this time. Oh, gotta be careful there, and I think he's okay. So now let's see where Sean Williams is. Sean's on the back stretch here, so yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
he's gonna get
easily
the lead back for sure.
And I tell you what, I mean, Sean Williams, when this cycles through, he is going to have a huge lead.
Yeah, he is.
And with Caressel having the penalty and everything, I mean, this is kind of playing into Sean's hands here.
We'll see. I think unless a caution comes out, he's gonna have
Which
a good
anything can
chance
happen.
at this. Yeah. So James Colabolli staying out right now to lead some laps in the number 12 machine.
Another one, we talk about the penalties and stuff. Nicholas Caressel now 1 lap down, way back in 13th after all that. And yeah, Howie Briss, who just made that pit stop as the leader, he is now about 15 seconds behind Sean Williams. So with less than 30 laps to go, that's going to be tough to make up.
Right. This time by, actually no, James Colabolli. Yeah, 27 laps to go this time.
And then that last run, we saw Scott Shire stay out almost to halfway trying to make it, but he's already getting passed by Sean, and he's got to make his second stop still. So obviously that didn't really work out for him. He tried, but didn't really work out. And moves Sean now to second. Just kind of a couple more laps until he runs down James here, or when James decides to come down pit road. Whatever happens first. Sean Williams is definitely going to have control of this race.
Absolutely. He is gaining very quickly on James Colabolli, who is your current leader. Just a matter of when James heads in.
And you're gonna see that time by with the obviously difference in tires. Sean 1 second, a whole second faster than James Colebully there. So it'll be about a lap and a half until he gets him.
Yeah. It'll be 25 laps to go right now, 24 to go this time by, so not a very long ways to go in this race. And I think the next guy is going to be James Miller, who is just under 9 seconds back.
Wow. Yeah, really was setting up to be a good battle, I think, between Sean and Nicholas Caressel. But now, I mean, Sean, he's happy. He don't really have to fight much as of right now.
He's just saying,
he's about a lap away.
He's just saying, unless there's a caution, if I can keep this clean, we in a good position.
As you see, Tony Hillebrands, who may be the fastest guy here tonight, actually, going by Sean to get his lap back. He, probably more than anybody, wants a caution flag so bad right now. He knows he has the pace to win this race and just made that mistake earlier. And now he goes by, gets his lead lap, and Sean Williams takes the lead from James Colebully there.
New leader Sean Williams here once again, coming to 23 laps to go. Still wondering when James Colebully is going to head to pit road.
Further back, Howie Briss is going by Tom Mercier right now. That is for position. That moves Howie up to 5th as he gets by Tom there. Sam Rice back there in 7th, about 3 seconds back. Jeffrey Fisher 8th. Michael Keithley is running in 9th. Saw him lead a little bit early on in this race. And a name we haven't mentioned here tonight, rounding out your top 10, is Broderick Whitman. Just kind of really kept the car clean, running out there and running in 10th right now.
Yeah, good run so far for a lot of these guys. You see, here's my thing. James Miller is closing the gap on Sean Williams, but I just don't know if he's closing it fast enough. Last time we checked, the gap was 8.8 seconds. This time it's 7.4. So James definitely is closing in on Sean. It's just a matter of, does he have enough time to catch him? There goes Scott Shire
definitely. He has definitely improved his pace here throughout this race. James Miller, like I said, that first run, he was decent, but definitely didn't have the pace to go for the lead. And right now, I mean, he's running faster lap times than Sean Williams.
That's true. Once he gets into second, we're gonna have to check and see, and compare the times between the two. But this time by, Sean Williams will hit 20 laps to go. And here comes James Colebully heading into the pits.
Yep. Yeah, couldn't stay out anymore. He's definitely going to go back, but now he'll have the freshest tires and see if he can work his way and gain some spots.
Let's take a look at the lap times here. Oh yeah, you can tell every lap. Lap 76, James Miller was faster by almost 0.6 of a second. Lap 77, he was faster by 0.6 of a second. Lap 78, faster by just under 0.2. Lap 79, faster by just under 0.3. And last lap, faster by about a tenth and a half. So he is definitely closing in on Sean. If he can keep this up, I think he's got a chance. But I don't know. I can see this speed diminishing soon. Yep. But never know. If he keeps this up, he may get there.
And that's the thing. I think we're just running out of laps. He's definitely faster, but only gaining 2 to 3 tenths a lap right now. That's not going to do it unless Sean makes a big mistake, which really we have not seen Sean make many mistakes tonight. He's been obviously started on pole, leading laps, been up front most of this race. And when I talked earlier, I know Sean loves this racetrack, always has some good runs here, and it's, again, showing tonight. Less than 20 laps away from a victory here at Michigan. But this race still is long from over. Anything can happen.
Sean actually pulled away, I think, that lap. I'm not sure if something happened to James. Let's take a look at the lap times this
Oh
time.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to James, but he lost about 4 tenths that last lap.
Yeah, he actually had some contact with the lap car coming
Oh,
through. Thomas Sewell got into the side of him going into 3 when he had fresher tires and moved James up the racetrack.
oh man. Definitely lost some time for that. About roughly half a second is what he lost for that contact, so he's going to have to try to fight hard to make that back up. Take a look at the lap times this time by.
Yeah, not too much there.
Yeah, gained just over half a tenth.
This race again, only just a little bit over an hour into this race right now. We're less than 20 laps to go. Man, this first run we had a lot of great racing up there through the whole top 10. Really, lots of side-by-side, 3-wide racing through this field, and we saw a bunch of different strategies when people were making pit stops. We've seen the leader of 2 different people leading this race make a big mistake speeding coming onto pit road. I mean, we've seen a lot happen here. Kind of spread out right now, though, as this race is winding down, but we've definitely had a lot of action throughout the beginning part and half of this race, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Gap down to 6.9 seconds between the two. And I tell you, James is definitely faster. But like you said, 15 laps to go this time. Just don't think it's going to cut it, assuming we don't get a caution.
Yeah, I never would have thought that we would go caution-free here, to be honest, but everyone's really drove nice. We've seen some good saves between people, and yeah, we're just, clean and green here.
Yeah, to give you kind of a comparison here, Sean Williams' last lap was a 42.22. James's last lap was a 41.99.
And actually, even faster than both of them right there in third. Howie Briss
Oh
is
yeah.
closing in on James Miller. He might be able to get this second spot. And as a matter of fact, I think he's really going to be able to, as he ran a 41.6 that
Yeah.
last time, gaining quite a bit of time.
And he is gaining quite a bit of time on Sean Williams as well, about 7.5 seconds.
Yep. And gained 0.4 of a second that last time by Howie Briss.
So Briss looking to make a good drive up here to get to second on the board and try to make a shot at catching Sean, but like I said, just don't think it's going to be enough time. Here he comes, getting right up here to James Miller.
Yeah, he's way faster than him. He's going to be able to easily go by him, I think, Howie is here.
He's going to have a good run here down the front straightaway.
I think he's going to go up high here. Try to get that run on the outside. Let's see which way he goes.
And he's going to have a run here
Oh,
down
man.
the backstretch. Looks like he's going to cut it to the inside.
He doesn't want to waste too much time,
Right.
but he can't really get by. He caught him so fast, and now this whole lap he's been stuck behind him.
And they've still
Might have
both
him
been
this
gaining time. And there goes Howie to the outside. He wants to get by him quickly. He doesn't want to spend too much time battling with James.
Yep. And I think Sean Williams, he knows he's got a 6-second lead. I think he's just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it home here. As James Miller really throws it in there again and slides up right in front of
Oh,
Howie.
man. That's going to allow Howie a good run down the back straightaway. Actually, not quite. Not as good as I thought. He's going to have to really throw it in hard. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Pinching just a little bit there. Howie gets the run there. Clears James
Clears him.
Miller. Move Howie to second.
And now let's take a look here at the lap times between Howie Briss and Sean Williams. Even that lap, Howie has gained. Wow, he's gained, you know, anywhere from 5 tenths to 4 tenths to 5 tenths again to 3 tenths to a tenth. He's been gaining really fast on Sean Williams. Come this time by, it's going to be 10 laps to go for the number 89 machine of Sean Williams. And let's see how much Howie gained that last time. Oh yeah, Howie gained 6 tenths of a second.
Oh,
that last lap.
wow. Wow. Big time right there.
I'm going to be honest. If he can keep this pace up over the course of the next 10 laps, honestly, I don't know if I would quite cut Howie out of the picture just yet.
He's going to have to really hit some really
is.
perfect laps.
He is.
I think it's still going to be tough, but
I don't know. We're just going to have to see here. Let's see how much he gains this last lap.
yep, the lead is now under 6 seconds for Sean Williams. Howie Rich trying to run him down that time by. Only gained 2 tenths of a second. That's not going to cut it there.
Just going to have to keep seeing what Howie can do.
And Sean Williams pretty much got pretty big gap into the next couple cars that he would catch. So kind of clean racetrack right in front of him.
And if we ride on board here with Howie Briss, you can barely see Sean Williams there through the windshield. And Howie's just thinking, oh, he's right there. I know I'm faster than him. Just don't know if I have enough time. Eight laps remaining.
I'm kind of going through the field here. James Miller third. Tom Mercier running fourth. Sam Rice running out your top 5.
This would be a good performance for Sam Rice if he can get it done.
Close it out.
Ooh, wow. Howie really gained through 3 and 4 that last time. We're going to have to see how much he gained that lap as a whole. That last lap he gained 3 tenths.
Now it's down to 5 seconds for Sean Williams here. About 10 cars on the lead lap. Tony Hilbrand's your last one on the lead lap in 10th.
Man, you got to know Howie's just wishing there were 10 more laps.
Yep.
In this race.
Yeah, for sure.
6 remaining this time by.
Nonetheless, I mean, what a great race here for Sean Williams tonight. I mean, a lot of laps led tonight, a pole, great pit stops. You know, was smart, drove a really smart race here tonight, and he definitely is deserving if he can hold it on for 6 more laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention we get to bring him up into the booth again. Always a good time.
Yes.
Having him in the booth.
I think he's gonna be pretty happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So 5 laps to go this time. Let's pull up the lap time board again here and see how much Howie was able to get that last time. Howie gained 2 tenths.
Yep, just not gonna be enough. A lot of guys needed a caution flag tonight.
Right.
You know, we expect that. We know that last week at Road America, the road courses, you know, usually we don't have yellow flags at those type of places, and that's expected. But to come here and do it again this week when, you know, they're on, and they're pretty impressive of everybody here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sean Williams in a little bit of lap traffic here.
Yeah,
you're gonna see.
He's able to get on by.
Just about 2 tenths of a second, really, is all Howie's gaining now.
Yeah,
as
unfortunately,
Thomas
that will not be
Sewell
enough.
trying to maybe get by Sean and get his lap back, I think. Maybe he's on a little bit fresher tires than Sean. So, and Sean doesn't really want to deal with that right now.
Three laps to go for Sean Williams.
Oh, man, that lap car right behind Sean Williams. Thomas got really loose there. Makes a nice save. Didn't want to bring out the caution flag late. Sean sees that in his mirror thinking, oh, my gosh, please hang on to that car. I just got 3 more laps, and I got to win here tonight.
Coming around to 2 laps to go. And actually, the last race Sean won the pole for was Daytona, and he ended up winning that race.
Wow, how about that? So he would be 2 for 2. Getting the pole and getting a win then. That's interesting. Interesting stat there.
So maybe we should just agree that every time Sean wins the pole for a race, now we know he's going to win
the race.
Yeah.
Huh.
Half a lap away from the white flag. If he gets it, the race is official. Coming around to the line, Sean Williams brings it by, and he will see the white flag. 1 lap to go here from Michigan.
Yeah, again, I can't say enough what a great race Sean drove here tonight. Getting the pole here at Michigan. Gonna lead a lot of laps tonight. Had great battles all day long. Kept the car clean. Coming off turn 2, now he is a half a lap away. And really quickly, James Miller just had a problem, but he is not going to finish second in this race. Sean Williams coming through the final corners now.
And coming through 3 and 4 for the final time, Sean Williams will make it with the pole and the victory again. Sean Williams gets it done in the Irish Hills.
Yes. Great job there, Sean. Great win. And with James Miller having his issues, Howie Briss will go home second. But now Sam Rice gets by Tom to get that 3rd spot.
Oh,
with James Miller, I'm not really sure what happened with him, but
yeah, so that'll put Sam Rice on the podium.
Oh, man, he lost connection to the server with just a couple laps to go.
Wow.
What a tough break.
That is really unfortunate. Wow. But Sean Williams, 2nd victory of the season, won at Daytona a few weeks ago and gets it done again. So now he's going to burn it down here on the front straightaway. Howie Briss and Sam Rice going to join him, the top 3 finishers doing burnouts here on the front stretch. So we will get your top 3 finishers in here, starting with Sam Rice. And then we'll talk to Howie Briss, and then your winner here. Alright, so
Whenever you're ready.
Let's get Sam Rice up in here, shall we?
All right, here you go.
Hey, Sam, it's Hayes up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Alright, man, so bring home a very solid 3rd place finish here tonight after James had some, I think it was some connection issues that happened there late in those final few laps. But you bring home a 3rd place finish, man. How's it feel?
It feels good to finally get a decent finishing spot for once.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, overall, how would you say your race went for you in terms of handling and strategy?
Well, I was just pitting whenever everyone else pitted, and then the car felt good the whole race.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, next week we got a crown jewel race, Indianapolis, 120 laps. So, what are your expectations and plans going to be to try to win that race?
I don't really know. I haven't driven the setup at all, and I don't like that track.
All right, man. Well, do you have any shout outs or thank yous you want to give?
Thank you to Tony for putting this league on and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time and congratulations on this podium finish, man. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
All right, well, we'll hand it off to Jared, and he will be talking to your second place finisher, Howie Briss.
Yeah, second place tonight, Howie Briss. I feel like I always talk to you finishing in second this year, but again, another runner-up finish here tonight. We saw this thing obviously go green here tonight. And everybody pitting at different times, and everybody's all over the place. You were obviously faster than Sean there at the end there, but what could you have maybe done different with pitting in your race to maybe have a chance to get Sean there in this race?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. Probably pit around the same time. I every time I kept on coming out, kept on getting clean air and just being able to take advantage of it. But if the race could have went on about, I don't know, 10 more laps, I probably would have catch Sean in time. But yeah, and also you're never here when I win, Jared. So I always win when you're not here. So
So you're telling me that I should stop coming here?
I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, as long as you don't rub Bristol, you're pretty much fine. So.
Oh no, but no, yeah, it is kind of weird. Second place. I feel like that's every time I talk to you. But so yeah, we saw the race kind of get spread out. Everyone was kind of just running their own race track. But talk about that first 20, 30 laps. A lot of 2, 3 wide racing. There was a lot of good racing in the beginning. It seemed like a lot of fun out there. How was it from the behind the wheel?
Treacherous. Everybody just wanted to kill their tires and like the first, I don't know how many laps, but I played it safe. I mean, I was kind of running with them, but I didn't want to kill my tires like instantly because tire wear was pretty crucial here. So, but it was pretty fun until all the boys let go of the reins and hell broke loose.
Well, Hayes mentioned it. Next week, you guys go to Indianapolis, like 120 laps there, crown jewel event. How do you feel about Indianapolis?
I don't know about that track. I mean, it's not one of my favorites to run in a stock car, but I mean, if I can get a decent finish to catch up on in points, I'm pretty much okay with it.
Yep. All right, Howie Briss. Before we let you go, another strong second place finish tonight. Sorry if I'm a jinx, but any shout outs, thank yous you want to give for your second place tonight?
Oh, let's see. Aunt Stephanie on the West Coast, grandmother and granddad, they're actually upstairs watching the race. Shoot, I don't know who else. Corky Thomas Power, we put a big old engine in there and got her home second. Joe Thomas, been racing with him for a while in real life. Been going to the races. Thank him for having me and thank him for teaching me the ways of dirt tracking. And mom and dad, I think M as well. And also great win for Sean as well. So.
All right, that is your second place finisher, Howie Briss. Congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, Howie.
And there
All
you go.
right, I think we should both talk to Sean together.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
that's called for.
We're gonna bring him in here. I'm sure he's all excited. Sean Williams got a copy.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Well, you bring home the win. I finally see you win. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. You drove a great race. It seemed like nobody wanted to lead this race, or you get a speeding penalty. So I was kind of worried for you, but that didn't happen to you.
Yeah, I was worried too.
And you drove a great race. Got the pole. Look at you, and getting the win here tonight. Just talk about your race here tonight.
Yeah, I got the pole. I was really happy about that. This is like one of the few tracks I feel confident at. It's one of my favorite tracks in iRacing. So I didn't expect to get the pole because there's some fast guys in here, but we got it. I said, all right. So I wanted to make sure I led a lap. So I led a lap, and then I just backed off and started saving tires.
Yeah,
Hayes.
man. So
Okay, there.
I'm talking. All right. All right, man, so
Hi, Hayes.
hi. So
I
how
saw what you got your license or something. Your permit?
I did get my permit. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Um, but so
Hey, that's a big deal, man. I was so excited when I got my
yeah,
permit.
I am pretty excited about it. It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully I don't wreck my mom's
Interesting, yeah.
Civic. So, anyway, anyway, next week we got a crown jewel event. Indianapolis, 120 laps there. Um, these tracks aren't completely similar, roughly the same size though. What are your expectations going to be, and what do you think you're going to need to do to win that race?
I doubt I'll win. That track, I like Indy, but I don't know. I always, especially turn 2, I mess it up like every single lap, no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna try and hang on. A top 10 would be good. A top 5 would be excellent. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. Especially, I really screwed up my race there last year, so I'm just gonna try and have a clean car for next week.
I got you,
Yeah.
man. Jared, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention one more thing here tonight with your win, your pole, everything here tonight. And with about 2 to 3 laps to go, James Miller had some issues and disconnected and dropped way down the standings. So you gained a chunk load of points tonight. So I really, just wanted to kind of make that clear to the broadcast and to you that a pretty big night for you tonight, gaining lots of points to move into second in points as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for James too. His internet cut out on him like what 3 laps
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I've had that happen to me, and that is like gut wrenching. So I feel bad for James. I feel also bad for Tony and Caressel because they both
Yeah.
sped on their pit stops from the lead. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think you wanted to lead this race tonight, so I was really worried for you. I really was. I was
Yeah.
concerned.
It's so easy to do because this track is so fast. You just come like hauling into pit lane and hope you get slowed down.
Yeah, and I thought you and Caressel, you guys were gonna be balanced to the end. This is gonna be a great battle, and
Well,
then
that
he
last
just
pit
decided
stop-
to speed.
I wanted to pit with like 35 to go, and I wasn't even paying attention to the laps. And we were side by side. I was on his outside, and all of a sudden I heard his engine like sound like it cut out almost. And I was like, "Oh, he's pitting." So I like slammed on the brakes and went in there with him, but he ended up speeding, unfortunately. 'Cause we were having a good race there.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, lastly, do you have any shout outs or thank yous you want to give for this win tonight?
Tony for putting on the league and everybody who shows up every week. It's pretty cool. Y'all for podcasting and like everybody who watches the broadcast there. I'm sure it was a good one. I can't wait to go back and watch it. And everybody who's here in my stream watching, appreciate everybody.
Absolutely, man. Well, that'll be it. Thank you for your time, man. Congratulations on this win. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week in Indianapolis.
So for
Congrats,
thanks, fellas.
Shawnee.
Thank you,
Congrats.
Chair Bear.
All right. That will do it for the interviews. And now we will take a look at your race results here tonight. And if I can get up on the screen. And there they are up on your screen, folks. So, Sean Williams brings home the victory here tonight. Howie Briss bringing home in second. He made a good charge, but comes up short by 4 seconds. Sam Rice, good performance for him. Good performance for himself and Tom Mercier. They bring home third and fourth. Jeffrey Fisher, a good performance for him as well, brings home a top 5. Scott Shire finishes in 6th. James Colabully 7th. Michael Keithley in 8th. Tony Hilbrand's 9th. And Thomas Sewell, the first car lap down, will round out the top 10.
And to finish the 19-car field here tonight, Garrett Hall started 11th, finished 11th. And then we got Michael Ashmore there in 12th. Broderick Whitman 13th. Howard Trey 14th. James Miller, obviously, the big disappointment to end this race with connection issues. Your point leader coming in, and Sean gaining a ton of points winning this race. So James Miller back to 15th. Nicholas Cressel, another disappointment, leading the race and was speeding on pit road, finishes back in 16th. Max Neuwirth, Keith Lay, and Aaron Smith hitting the wall early on this race brings rounds out the 19-car field in 19th.
Alrighty, and with that will conclude our broadcast tonight, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned this time next Monday. The one of the crown jewel events on the season at Indianapolis. 120 laps. Going to be a long race, but should be a wild one at that. Going to be interesting to see who can get the victory there. And it's going to be one fun battle between James Miller, Quentin Warman, and potentially Sean Williams. This win actually might get Sean past Quentin Warman in points and move him into second. So we're just going to have to check and see how the points will stand after they are updated. But thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated for when we go live to broadcast more races in the future. So thank you all so much. We hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you all